Welcome to battle number 1 of week 4. This battle will be pitting the Pittsburgh Porygon-Zs, which is Colin's team, versus Downtown Darmanitan, which is Tiller's team. As a reminder, Colin's team of Pittsburgh Porygon-Z has Mega Diancie and the... I just forgot the Z Crystal. We just said it.
Groundium?
Groundium-Z.
Yeah,
yes.
Groundium for Colin.
Groundium-Z, and Tiller's team, Downtown Darmanitan, has Mega Altaria and Aloricunium-Z. Interestingly, yeah, Aloricium. They're so hard. They're so hard to pronounce. Interestingly, we won't see either Mega this time around. I think this is the first battle that we won't see a Mega on either side. However, Tiller is bringing his Raichu for the first time, and the Z Crystal we might see for the first time. So keep that in mind. Joining me today on commentary is Ravage from Washington Weaviles and Kudo from Neon Espeons. Thanks for joining me, guys.
Of course.
And they've been waiting for a little while, so we're going to jump right in. We'll give some closing thoughts at the end. And yeah, so we'll jump right in.
Alright, let's do it. I'm going to tell them to start.
We're definitely going to see that Tapu Koko and that Raichu do a tag team. That's the whole team right there.
Okay, right off the bat, we have Sad, the Greedilly, and Tapu Koko, as you predicted, Ravage. We are seeing Tapu Koko right off the bat.
He wants to get the electric terrain up because, like, that's what his whole game plans are going to be, especially if he brought that Z Crystal.
Yeah. We're definitely going to see Raichu, Tapu Koko, and potentially Pelipper as well, because Rain and Electric Terrain go really great hand in hand if you have a Thunder user. So that's going to be one of the core dynamics of Tiller's team, I think. Interestingly, I think Colin might go for a Sandstorm again. We have two Pokemon that really like Sandstorm on the team, Cradily and Excadrill. Cradily might set up a Sandstorm right now. We'll see.
Actually,
go ahead.
I was playing Tiller's Week 4 team yesterday, I believe. I don't. If he didn't change anything, I'm expecting Pelipper to bring out Rain for Gliscopod a little bit, just because Gliscopod yesterday was having like Aqua Jet and Liquidation.
Yeah.
Since Aqua Jet, and that's what it typically runs. I mean, not always Aqua Jet, but typically Aqua Jet. So if we see the Aqua Jet, that'll boost power and also go first with priority. So
yeah,
I will say that I think, like we just saw, I was gonna say that Colin's actually got a pretty good, like, showing to combat all this electric, considering that 4 of his Pokemon resist. Only the Crobat and the Keldeo are really at risk versus electric moves.
So we see Excadrill coming in to resist that Volt Switch, and now Cradily coming in to resist Pelipper's anticipated water move. Pelipper did not use a water move, and now Pelipper has U-turned out. But a nice counter core to that Pelipper and Tapu Koko core, because they both resist those stab types that are really going on that team. Ooh, and the Toxic hits Golisopod. Golisopod coming out.
That's going to be hard for Golisopod.
Ooh, the Swords Dance is up. Not good news for Cradily. Cradyly's pretty passive.
That was a great switch into the Leech Life because of it not doing anything, and the first KO, and well, both of them, but the first real KO that wasn't the poison was Nexus, the Crobat, taking out. That's actually a really big move there.
I know Colin was preparing pretty hard for this entire team.
Yeah.
He was trying to ask me things, and I said I couldn't really help since I did just face Tiller's team. But
Crobat did a really good job there.
He did counter really well for the team, because, I mean, Crobat's down, so the only thing that's going to have to, worry about the electric now is Keldeo, but everything he has is so bulky.
The one Pokemon that Crobat really wanted to take out was Golisopod, so I think that was really smart of Colin. Ooh, and Hydro Pump hits. It's resisted. I'm surprised we didn't see a Hurricane. We might be seeing that next turn. Maybe there's an anticipated switch there. And Cradily comes out. U-turn hits once again. And now we see Bisharp.
Yeah. I can see
Bisharp is
maybe
probably
a steel type move, yeah.
Hydreigon comes out. Interesting switch. I thought we could have seen a switch to Amoonguss, yeah.
He probably didn't want to switch to Amoonguss because Bisharp's probably using Earthquake, and he's also immune to poison. He probably didn't. I don't know how Amoonguss is set up.
Okay, Comolos had superpower, switches out. Cradily is back. I'm pretty sure Tiller is onto Cradily coming out whenever Pelipper comes out, so I think Tiller's really avoiding using that Skulls to circumnavigate that Storm Drain boost that could happen when you use a water type move on Cradily.
Hydreigon also could be carrying Fire Blast, which is maybe why he switched out for the Bisharp. That Cradily is just hard to kill. That Pokemon's always been very hard to take down. If that's the third U-turn it's taken, and it looks like as if it was a resisted move, even though it's a super effective move.
Ooh, Sandstorm's up. Pelipper, however...
Yeah, Pelipper comes out.
Pelipper can come in and sabotage the Sandstorm sweep.
You could also switch into something that goes for Pelipper. You could switch in straight into something that can, hit Pelipper. Or you could just go into Excadrill and
Swords
punish
Dance.
the Pelipper too. So.
Sucker Punch isn't gonna do
Sucker
anything
Punch
with
failed. The Swords Dance from Excadrill. Ooh, this is an intense standoff here.
Excadrill has, ever since its debut, never been a Pokemon you want to be on the opposite end of when it's set up, or even at all, really.
Yeah. However,
Excadrill has
×2 Sucker Punch will be tough to take.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it'll... I don't want to say it'll kill, though. I don't know. It might be... It'll probably get close, if anything.
I feel like a 2-time Sucker Punch from Bisharp will kill.
He wouldn't want to chance it either way, considering that Excadrill's a big part of this team.
Yeah. If Excadrill's down, that's very bad news for Colin.
Because Excadrill's his ground type, versus both of these very strong electric types.
But
if Excadrill gets one more Swords Dance up, that is intense.
I think even if it gets a Swords Dance up, if he keeps Bisharp out, just keep Sucker Punching, and and indeed has the kill potential. Either way, he's not going to want to keep Swords Dancing because Bisharp could easily take it out with the Swords Dance. Like he eventually attacks.
The Sucker Punch would fail if he switched, obviously. And the Bisharp would want to switch out versus a Keldeo.
Yeah.
I would think that he'd want to switch to Keldeo.
Yeah, that is very true. I think that would be the safe move. It's better safe than sorry in these early turns of the game where you have 5 Pokemon on each side, and Excadrill is that key. I think Excadrill is his key. He needs to have Excadrill to handle most of the Pokemon on the other side.
He doesn't need to chance it either. Now, Excadrill could potentially outspeed Bisharp. And Excadrill could very well have an Earthquake on him. So we just don't know what he's got on this Excadrill.
But Sucker
we don't know what
Punch
he's got
still.
Sucker Punch would outspeed it, yes.
Yeah.
So
it's better safe to go into something that can take Sucker Punch.
Yeah.
You never want to chance it.
Although Keldeo was also at 72% health, I don't know.
But it failed.
Another Swords Dance.
Another Swords Dance.
Ooh. I don't know if he's trying to risk it.
This is risky. This is really intense.
I'm thinking that Tiller probably has already been locked into Sucker Punch. He's getting ready for it, because like, what else would he want to do in this situation?
Yeah. Sucker Punch is the best thing he could do.
If he switches, he dies. Whatever gets switched into that Excadrill will die, so he needs to keep that Sucker Punch locked in.
I think
I could see the argument for Pelipper, but Rock Slide will just take down Pelipper.
Yeah, I can also see if Excadrill does another Swords Dance, and then uses Rock Slide, it'll also kill the Raichu in the top Coco. So it's really all it's all if Sucker Punch can kill or not right now.
Yeah.
And
I think
if Excadrill can put down maybe a defense boost, or I don't know, it has priority. I don't know what it can get, but
I think he needs to switch to Keldeo.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I think he should just go with whatever's safer.
Yeah.
In this situation,
This is a very dangerous game right now.
Yeah. Because it's either take out Bisharp and basically take the whole game.
Yeah.
Against a majority of these Pokemon.
I don't think Tiller's going to allow that. I think Tiller's going to keep using Sucker Punch because that's in his best interest. Yeah. He's set up really well right now to take down this Excadrill with Sucker Punch.
He could also, I don't know if he's using Calx right now, but just to be safe, well no, because I was thinking maybe he'd go for another Swords Dance, but that wouldn't be safe, because then if he uses Earthquake in that time,
well, another thing to note is that Sandstorm is over. This is the last turn that Sandstorm's up because Cradily has leftovers, so there's no Smooth Rock there. Another Sucker Punch.
Oh, another Swords
Dance up.
I don't know. I don't know if this is the right choice.
It's because, I mean, unless he's trying to get into his head, you know, if the Sucker Punch does kill, then that's bad. But it's setting up this much, especially when you haven't really secured the win yet, it's not something...
Ooh, another Sucker Punch. He's just using Swords Dance now. Let's see. Sucker Punch only has 4 PP left. He has to be careful about...
Oh, I see. Okay.
Forward.
I see what he's going for now. He has to predict when he uses the Earthquake.
Yeah.
Okay, this is
oh my god,
so big brain.
Colin really surprising us right now, going for this really risky play. I don't know if an Iron Head from Bisharp will be enough to KO. But however, he can do the Swords Dance game as well. So...
I'm actually going to run a Calcul Fest. Okay, yeah. Sucker Punch definitely kills. It's guaranteed to kill with +2. So, at least with the common sets that they use on Excadrill and Bisharp. So, it is very dangerous right now.
Yeah, this is a standoff. This is two guns pointed at each other.
Yeah. It's actually... It's very barely guaranteed. So, it's one of those things where if they have a little bit less invested in attack or something, it's a roll or something like that. So
unless Excadrill is holding a sash,
yeah,
that's possible.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
One thing that Colin did secure at this point is that he won't be swept by Sucker Punch, that's for sure, because there's only 4 PP now, so...
that's true.
Sucker Punch won't sweep.
Ideally, so
yeah.
He has things that can go through Sucker Punch, not give it priority.
Another Sucker Punch.
Another
Swords Dance. This is really...
This is ballsy.
This is ballsy! Colin definitely showcasing some big risk here, but I love it.
What is Sucker Punch's max power points? What's the most you can have?
8, so there's only 3 left.
It's really that low of a move? I haven't used Sucker Punch in a long time, except to like hack turns back in 2011. So
this is so... I'm scared for both players.
Yeah.
Dude, this is like This is like Slasher Allo 2.0.
Yeah. One thing to note, though,
This is
Tiller
like-
does have very fast Pokemon that now that Sandstorm is over, can probably outspeed Excadrill.
yeah, Zygarde.
So,
Literally Zygarde, yeah. It's, I don't know if it's in his best, it's... I'm just scared.
ooh, uh-oh.
Knockoff.
Knockoff here,
yeah,
and it was a
yeah.
sash. Oh,
Man.
Oh, that's
If
bad.
if he knew
if
that
he
had
went
that
for the
sash,
Earthquake.
if he had that sash, he should have just gone for it. Because even if he ate a Sucker Punch, like, you know, you have a... Man, like, that's a guarantee. If he knew that he would have survived the Sucker Punch with that sash, then he should have just gone for it.
Wow.
That's...
Now
That
3
Ex-
Sucker
that-
Punches
that,
left.
That Excadrill.
I think
This is a
now
game-changing
now
moment
it's
now.
real. Now it's really mind games. Now it's whoever can.
Sucker
And,
Punch failed.
Swords Dance
Another Swords
beginning.
Dance.
So scary.
There's only 2
Man.
more Sucker Punches on Bisharp.
Look, I think he really should have just gone for that Earthquake and then
Yeah.
taken Bisharp out of the picture. And then, I mean, if he has 1 HP, you just have to try to run through the rest of it. But then, you know, you got Hydreigon and Keldeo.
Then you have
like-
other stuff for your other Pokemon. I don't know.
There's
Now,
no
Hydreigon
Stealth
is
Rocks,
down to-
however. So
Pelipper.
Oh, the switch.
Pelipper's out. Goes for the Earthquake and it's immune.
Does Pelipper outspeed?
No, it doesn't.
No outspeeding,
That-
so Rock
ooh,
Slide
that
takes
Pelipper's
down
Well,
Pelipper.
I guess he was going for. I don't know what he could do with Rain here.
Zygarde's out.
It's outspeed.
Zygarde will probably outspeed.
If it's invested in the
definitely.
speed at all, it's definitely.
Yeah, Thousand Arrows
Let's
takes
go.
down Excadrill. So 4-4 score here.
This
We have
is
Keldeo
still
out, benefiting
really
from
scary.
rain.
Now, it's not the worst that could have happened with the whole Excadrill. At least he took out the Pelipper.
Icy
Keldeo
Wind.
can take out Bisharp almost
Yeah,
for free.
Icy
So
Wind would have worked on Zygarde. You know. Sorry, I kind of interrupted you there.
no, you're good. Zygarde.
Keldeo does get a rain boosted move. I would have stayed in because the Icy Wind probably would have meant that Keldeo could go first.
Amoonguss, his April Fool's sprite on Showdown is him sitting behind a wall of Pokeballs.
I would not have stayed.
This Pokemon is
Electric Terrain prevents
easy to
sleep,
kill.
correct?
Yeah, it prevents sleep, but Tapu Koko's faster and Volt Switch hits Keldeo pretty hard.
Well,
Especially with the electric terrain.
I hope
Wait,
Colin
electric
knows not to go for Spore because of the electric terrain.
Yeah.
I think Bisharp is going to have another chance to set up Swords Dance here due to Amoonguss being pretty passive.
Does electric terrain boost electric type moves?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, Keldeo definitely would have died to that Volt Switch if it had stayed in.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know what you do with this. Okay,
Okay, Keldeo's out
switching
now.
back out.
Knockoff
Ooh.
hits.
Justified. okay,
Justified. Oh,
And
it
it
was
out-
choice.
outspeed.
That's why it switched
It was
out.
choice. This is
Oh.
that's good.
that's
big
Now
reveal.
choose whatever.
I mean, I don't know. It's not really
Smart
good for
move by
Zygarde, though.
Tiller. Now Tiller knows he's going to outspeed the Keldeo though, so that is a nice position for him to be in. I
Yeah.
think Sucker Punch might be able to take the rest of that HP though.
I don't know. Knockoff, I think, does more damage, and it still didn't end up doing anything to this. Wait, Knockoff is...
It's going to be a close
60
damage roll.
Yeah, it'll be really close. He
Amoonguss
didn't
comes
want to
back
risk it,
in.
it looks like. Yeah, 'cause
No
Sucker
Sucker
Punch will
Punch.
fail if he switches. So.
But he has to be careful about knockoff. I mean, knocked off
Yeah,
leftovers is going to be really bad news for him.
Knocked out Choice Scarf was already bad news, especially since he doesn't seem to have anything that can outspeed that Zygarde now.
A Swords
Thousand Arrows.
Dance. Giga Drain.
Yeah, Spore now?
Oh, and the knockoff
It's a
takes
bad
out.
situation.
Yeah.
Keep in mind that Hydreigon's at 27%. Yes.
There's only
It
one
is-
Sucker Punch left.
Oh, yeah. I would have
So-
went for Credillion, maybe protected. He has to be really, really. Unless he has protect on this Hydreigon, maybe he goes for protect next to the Sucker Punch, or at least scouts out the next move.
And
Oh,
the Sucker Punch is gone.
All right. This could
However, a
change the
strong
game.
Iron Head will knock off
Yeah.
the rest, take out the rest of the team.
Thing is, both these Pokemon outspeed, so at least
Yeah.
Bisharp. So Bisharp can't do anything to these Pokemon. It's just up to using. It's. I guess if he lets Bisharp get a, I mean, I don't know. I guess no. Okay, that's a bad idea. But if it survives a Dark type move from maybe another Pokemon, it gets justified. I don't know. It wouldn't really. I guess no, but it wouldn't do anything. The Zygarde comes in and then just wrecks it. But I don't know. This is a bad situation for Colin in general. I feel like.
Okay, and
Well,
Bisharp goes
Bisharp's
down.
gone. He has the full health Zygarde, full health Raichu, and almost half health, like a little more than half health Tapu Koko.
Maybe if you can lower speed on, because then Tapu Koko is still. All these Pokemon outspeed.
Yeah, all very
Keldeo
fast
right now.
Pokemon. Really good position for Tiller to be in right now.
They all outspeed his, both Keldeo and Hydreigon. So and they're both really weak. So it's like one attack and they're dead.
Yeah.
It's really comes down to hopefully just getting misses, getting hacks right now, just hacks in general. Hopefully he can get an icy wind off. I don't know, does 1,000 Arrows have 100% accuracy?
I believe so.
Yeah, so
Tiller did a really good job with the Bisharp. That was definitely the star of his team, I think. He really took the advantage to set up against some bulky mons and took down a lot of Pokemon in the process.
Bait will ruin any sweeper's chance if you get too greedy anyway.
I
Like
think
all
about
the-
it.
Go ahead, Ravage.
I was just gonna say, like, if you never want to get too greedy in these anyway. It's like it'd be like for any competitive thing. With Excadrill and all the sword stances, we saw what he was trying to do there, but knowing that he had the sash, you need to play more safe than sorry.
Yeah, I really wonder what would have happened if the Earthquake ended up hitting.
I think what he was going for was to try and keep his Excadrill alive, because he knows he needs the Sandstorm boost to since his Crobat was dead, he needs the Sand to actually beat out this Zygarde. As even this Keldeo isn't faster, and his Keldeo was already weak. I think having the Excadrill would have been the play to counter his Zygarde, now that I think about it. So he was trying to maybe in the late game Sword Stance to at least keep his Excadrill with its Focus Sash, because he needed that Focus Sash to survive a Zygarde hit and then kill the Zygarde.
One possibility here is maybe Keldeo has a speed boosting nature and Zygarde doesn't. In that case, I think Keldeo actually might outspeed. I think it's unlikely, but
Either way,
yeah.
either way, his other Pokemon outspeed most likely. I can
Yeah,
see
Hydreigon's
Tapu Koko.
not surviving this, of course. So
Yeah. Well, it was a good game to both. Yep. There's the outrage.
all right. And the final score is 3-0 for Downtown Darmanitan. Really, really good match. I thoroughly enjoyed the mind games of Excadrill versus Bisharp. That was one of the highlights of this draft league in general. I think the sitting on the edge of your seat suspense of it.
That was certainly very scary.
Yeah.
That was certainly a huge. That was like very big brain, very ballsy.
I think the second word is a lot more descriptive.
You have to have like a massive set of testicles down there to pull that off.
Dude, just like, how many swords dances was that? 6?
A lot, yeah.
What was the Excadrill's
He had
attack stat? Like 1,000 something?
yeah, he used 7 sword stances with Excadrill that game.
So I think the biggest thing was he had the focus ash, he had the guaranteed survival there, and he was at full health, no stealth rocks up. So I think he, like you said, Ravage earlier, I think he could have really risked that Earthquake. I think going for that Swords Dance and extending that and really getting in Tiller's head was a good idea, but I think he overplayed it. And if he went for the Earthquake on that 5th turn, that's when I would have done it. That's actually when he didn't go, when he went for the knockoff, I think. That could have changed the game, because Excadrill really was his ace in the hole. That's what he needed to take out Tapu Koko, Raichu, and even Bisharp itself.
Yeah,
although Keldeo could have too.
I certainly think if he just went for the 4 sword stances, went for the mind games there, there's a small amount of mind games, get in his head, then go for the Earthquake, and get the guaranteed KO.
Because at that point, if he ever needed to switch out, like, he could have used the Amoonguss to take a shot, he could have used, like,
he could
anyone
have,
to,
Yeah.
You could have used Sandstorm, let the Credilli die or something,
and
then go into, or something like that.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think any of the other Pokemon on the team have priority. So if he had Sandstorm up from Cradily one more time, even if he didn't have Swords Dance up, Excadrill could have ravaged the team.
Yeah, Golisopod was the only other one priority from what I can tell.
I was thinking that Golisopod was going to be a big player in it, but he got taken out first.
Yeah, Crobat
So-
took it out with Brave, which was very smart. I think Colin played very well. A little bit, little underrating himself right now, as I can see in Discord, but he played very well in this game.
Yeah, Tiller did a really good job too with his Bisharp. He knew when Bisharp could come in, he knew when he could set up, and he did a really good job of putting that pressure on him. And ultimately, it rewarded him in the end. One thing I was surprised not to see was the Alola Raichu come out. We didn't see Raichu come out a single time in the game, actually.
I mean, if you never have to throw him out, then...
Yeah. We thought, oh, Raichu's finally on the team, and no appearance from Raichu in the battle, though.
I think Taylor has a very good shot of getting in the playoffs this season in general. I've been saying that for a while though. I mean I faced him week 2 and won by the tip of the hair, because like if he had Earthquake on his Altaria, he would have sweetened my team. Just because that one mistake of not having Earthquake on Altaria, I won that. And I don't think I deserved that, to be honest. I let Altaria set up too much, and that was my downfall. But didn't have Earthquake, so
4 remain undefeated in the league, 4 remain winless in the league as well. The 4 undefeated being from 4-1 Quest, FFC, Noob Scrub, and Kuro.
yeah.
So, with you in the lead, Kuro at a 15, plus 15, with Noob Scrub under you at plus 12.
It's because I got those 2 6-0s.
But Tiller is right on the tails. I think Tiller does have a chance of going in the playoffs still. He has a really unified team concept. He has the rain and the electric terrain, and they go hand in hand really well. He definitely has, I think, the most unity out of any team in the draft, to be honest. And Colin also has Sandstorm going for him, which is kind of his team theme. I think each battle I'm seeing Colin do a little bit better, and so I'm excited to see what he brings down the line as well.
Yeah, I was very lucky to take a game off Tiller, and I will say that to the end. So I'm very glad I took that game off, because if I didn't, I think I still could have made it to the playoffs, but it would have been much harder than where I am now.
Yeah, Tiller is definitely a force to be reckoned with. Any final thoughts before we close up? We're already at the 30-minute mark, so.
Other than I'm gonna win this whole thing, no.
Other than Kuro's gonna win this whole thing now.
All right. Well, it looks like Kuro is setting his fate here. Who will knock him down, if anybody?
Wait, you play Slasher next, Kuro?
Yeah, I play Slasher.
Dude, I hope you don't get Porygon-Z at the very last move of the match.
Was that versus Aloe?
Yeah, that was his first match in Slasher, like 12% Vulcan Rona. Barely won.
All right, guys. Thanks.
I'm pretty prepared for his team, so.
We'll see how that goes. In week 4, which we're in right now, we'll be sure to commentate that. But I'm gonna end it here, and thanks for tuning in and join us for some of the next matches of week 4 coming down the line. Once again, this was Ravage from Washington Weaviles and Kudo from Neon Espeons also commentating with me. Thanks again for joining, and yeah, we'll see you in the other week 4 matches.
Have a good night, everyone.